overwhelmed and impressed that we just carried on moving through the house.
Just use a dirty Mountain Dew can, like,
somehow even more disturbing in the kitchen.
But it is, guys. It's your boy Blastphamoushd HD, and today we are here to check out none other than Animated Horror Stories compilation. Now, if you guys want to watch the original video, the link's in the description down below. It is by Mort. Make sure to go check him out. Make sure to go subscribe to the rest of his videos and watch his stuff. Now, this is 4 Halloween horror stories, but I will react to the first 3 and chop out the last one. So if you guys want to watch the last horror stories, you guys like the first 3, you guys got to go to Mort's channel to check it out. Also, make sure to go check out Craigslist Cheese. The link to his channel is in the description down below. He does hilarious, in real life, freaking interviews of people asking him all the down and dirtiness.
Oh God, me and Blast gonna probably do something.
We gonna do that.
We gonna for sure post and we gonna show y'all.
Yep, gonna go out asking people all the freak nada.
Listen, if you don't like and subscribe to the video, I will tongue down your grandma. I will tug her down. Listen, you hear me?
Let's watch the video, man. God damn it. Yo, alright. Out here tonguing down grannies. That's how they do in the hood. That's what's good in the streets.
Yes, tugging down grannies.
Timothy O'Brien lived with his family in Deer Park, Texas, with his parents and little sister.
Damn, their house ain't got no furniture in it.
Oh God, just 2 couches.
An optician at Texas State Optical in Sharpsburg.
He just needs to go bald for sure.
Bro,
He
like
was
this
the
cut
deacon
it.
of
Yeah,
the
he needs
Second
to.
Baptist Church.
It looked like somebody just came with a lawnmower and just rode your shit.
Nigga, it does look like somebody lawnmowered his hairline while he was sleeping.
Bitch, where my hair go?
Nah.
Trusted member of the community, being placed in charge of the local bus program.
Got Danny DeVito
On
hairline.
Halloween night of 1974, O'Brien took
What is going on with his
Timothy and
kids here?
sister
Both his kids look like they on.
Pasadena,
Why is
Texas
it that
neighborhood,
everybody in this
along
village
with
that they on
his
some
neighbor
type
and
of
their 2
drug?
children.
His son is built like a pretty female.
His son looks like he on crack.
Nah.
She look like she on crystal meth and look like he off
When the
Xanax.
group
Nah.
knocked at the house, but the occupants
Now
failed
they
to
look like
answer.
they're on drugs.
The children grew frustrated and skipped ahead to the next home in search of candy.
Nah.
When O'Brien caught up with them, they showed him 5 21-inch pixie sticks they had been given.
21.
When they returned home later in the evening, the young Timothy asked if he could eat one of the candy he and his friends had collected, opting for the huge pixie sticks he had prized so dearly.
Oh, I bet.
The young boy had trouble getting the powdered candy out of the plastic straw that contained it,
Oh boy.
so his father helped him loosen the sugary powder before offering it to him.
I've actually had to do that before, where you gotta roll it so that it's not all stuck together, so it just pours out.
When he ate it, Timothy remarked that the candy had a bitter flavor, so his father fetched him a glass of Kool-Aid to wash away the unpleasant taste.
You just ate ass,
But this
nigga!
was followed by Timothy
You just ate
complaining that his
ashes,
stomach hurt.
nigga.
Ass! Ass in the
Ronald took his
can!
son to the bathroom where he immediately began to violently vomit. But the discomfort did not ease, and soon the young boy was shaking and convulsing after collapsing to the bathroom
poison,
floor.
nigga.
Oh
Your ass
no.
dead.
It's even worse than we thought, folks. It's not just ass he put inside the candy, it's bad ass. Or like,
Badussy.
oh
Wet
no.
ass badussy.
Ronald held his
Man
son close,
and
but
woman.
he soon went limp in his arms.
Oh no.
Timothy O'Brien died on his way to a nearby hospital,
Oh, his whole body went flaccid.
These
just
niggas.
less than an hour after consuming the candy. Timothy's autopsy revealed that the pixie stick he consumed was laced with a fatal dose of potassium cyanide. There was enough cyanide in his system to kill 3 to 4 fully grown adults. Timothy's death from the apparent poisoned Halloween candy prompted intense fear and paranoia in the local community. Numerous parents in Deer Park and the surrounding area promptly...
Who could do that?
First of all, you could die from eating 8 bananas potassium?
No, well, bananas are potassium. You have to eat like 9,000 bananas at once in order to die from bananas. Bruh, but like who would poison a child's candy? Who poisons children?
Why you out here killing kids? Like,
That's
what did
messed
he
up.
do to you?
Not saying that I don't condone murdering children, but I'm just saying at least give them a fighting chance.
At least
You know what I mean?
let him catch the fade.
I got a gun, you get a sharpened down soup spoon. Let's do it. To the
candy the
death!
children acquired from
with ye.
trick-or-treating to the police, for fear it was laced with the same deadly poison. During police interviews, Ronald O'Brien claimed that he could not remember exactly which house gave the children the pixie stick. However, the group of adults and children had only visited 2 streets worth of homes due to heavy rain that had begun to fall that evening. This narrowed down the search considerably. Houses were searched, recent receipts seized as evidence. Yet suspicions were raised when it was discovered that none of the homes the group visited were giving out pixie sticks. Police accompanied Ronald O'Brien through the neighborhood and questioned several times. Each time he led them to the home that the group had visited, but those occupants did not answer the door. There, Ronald claimed that he had in fact revisited the house before he caught up with the children. He claimed that the owner had cracked the door open, that he inside of the house was dark, and a hairy, scarred arm reached out and
I just
handed
know
him
they got an
all 5
off-brand cop.
21-inch
This
pixie
nigga not even
sticks.
for real cop. Nigga.
Police discovered the homeowner in question was a man by the name of Courtney Melvin.
Nigga got a half-eaten bagel as a
Melvin
badge.
was employed as an air traffic controller at nearby Hobby Airport, and they started under questioning that he did not get home from work until 11 p.m. on the night of the 31st.
This nigga don't
When
even
nearly
got a
200
cardboard stick.
Bro, they literally gave this nigga a hunk of wood shaped like a gun, like in other guys with Will Ferrell in it.
This nigga got a half-eaten bagel as a badge.
Bro, they probably gave this nigga onion rings and just painted them hoes silver as handcuffs. Here you go, buddy.
You got a big dog.
Huh?
Somebody with them bitches.
Here you go, silver colored Funyuns.
What's on top of that nigga head? That nigga like he high off some shit. That nigga people's is gone.
Witnesses confirmed this. Courtney Melvin was rolled out as a potential suspect. But as their investigation continued, police made a shocking discovery that turned all theories upside down. It was learned that Ronald O'Brien was actually more than $100,000 in debt after a history of being unable to hold down a steady-paying job. In the 10 years previous to the death of his son, Ronald had held a grand total of 21 jobs. During interviews with his current employers, police were told by Ronald's bosses that he was suspected of workplace theft from Texas State Optical and was dangerously close to being fired. His car was on the verge of being repossessed. He had defaulted on several bank loans, which had in turn led to the family home being foreclosed on.
Damn!
Although he presented himself as the clean-cut pastor, Ronald's life was a mess of lies and deceit. It was discovered that Ronald O'Brien had taken out life insurance policies on his children in the months preceding the poisoning. One $10,000 policy with 2 additional $20,000 policies on both children. This was in spite of the advice given by the insurance agencies not to do so. When asked, Deneen O'Brien, the mother of Timothy and Ronald's wife, claimed she was completely unaware of any insurance policies on her children's lives. The final clue came when police learned that Ronald O'Brien had stopped by a chemical supply store in Houston.
Damn! He killed his kid for $30,000? At least get 50. I mean, don't never kill the kid, but if you have to, at least get 50, like...
And asked to purchase cyanide. However, he left empty-handed when he learned the smallest amount purchasable was 5 pounds. Despite repeatedly protesting his own innocence, O'Brien was now a major suspect. Texas police never did find out just where or when Ronald O'Brien had bought the cyanide that he used on his son. But regardless, on November 5th, 1974, he was arrested for Timothy's murder. Ronald was charged with 1 count of capital murder and 4 counts of attempted murder, given that the other children were in extreme danger of consuming the poison intended for Timothy.
Yeah,
he entered
bro,
a plea of
for
not
sure.
guilty
You
to
going
all
to jail,
5
bro.
counts.
Ain't no way in hell. I'm gonna
During
kill
the
a
trial,
kid
a
and not
chemist who
get
was
50
familiar
like.
with O'Brien
Bruh, that's some wild shit.
claimed that he had contacted him the previous summer regarding lethal dosages of cyanide. Another chemist took the stand testifying that Ronald had asked him how he could go about purchasing the deadly chemical. Additionally, Ronald's friends and coworkers also said that in the months preceding Timothy's death, Ronald had shown an unusual interest in cyanide and spoke about how much it would take to end a person's life. Those that attended Timothy's funeral told the court how Ronald had casually talked of taking a long vacation, only possible through the money accrued from Timothy's life insurance policies. O'Brien continued to maintain his innocence throughout the trial. Bizarrely, His defense hinged on the decades-old urban legend.
This nigga look like if I go to jail, I'm for sure getting touched. He look like he for sure gonna get touched.
Laced with needles,
it's over for him.
More than likely,
you might as well just get
killing kids, man. You gotta become somebody's girlfriend.
Oh God, you getting your booty hole touched, though.
Yep, way worse than touch, man.
Despite absolutely no documentation of such malice, these stories have persisted among those with a rich imagination. On June 3rd, 1975, a jury took just 46 minutes to find O'Brien guilty
I thought they was about to say 46 seconds.
of capital murder. The jury then took just over an hour to sentence him to death. Shortly after he was convicted, his wife filed for divorce. She later remarried and her new husband adopted their surviving daughter, Elizabeth. The case and subsequent trial garnered national attention.
Oh, look at his wife cheating on him. She was grabbing the nuts. You saw it? She was grabbing the nuts.
All be familiar with.
Man, can't trust these hoes.
This nigga said the Candyman did it?
Ronald O'Brien, a nickname. Trial garnered national attention, and the press gave Ronald O'Brien a nickname I'm sure you'll all be familiar with. The Candyman.
The Candyman.
Why does homie look like he is low-key, like, getting down with his jail cell?
I'm sure you'll all be familiar with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I
like these bars.
I love candy.
Killing kids!
I love candy and murder. Those two of my favorite things. That was a good story. I didn't see that coming. Really didn't see that coming.
Time of the year. I was kind of a horror freak. I loved horror novels, movies, and...
What a slut. You gotta admit that you're a horror on screen and talk about reading the books of it? It's my kind of lady.
Games. I spent hours absorbing all the YouTube creepypasta stories I could find. But that all changed one Halloween night when myself and a few friends found something that would change our lives forever. This is the story of the Dead House. I always did love that era of chaos that presents on Halloween night. That twisted, festive feeling that adds a spark of excitement to an otherwise dark and dreary time of the year. We were too old to be trick-or-treating, but we still wanted to roam the streets and soak up the atmosphere. Besides, there's a lot you can get away with in costume, especially when you pour your bottle of adult beverage and...
Okay, yeah, you know what? I wasn't gonna say nothing before, but this man, I'm just gonna say, man, looks real untrustworthy, holding that stick in his one hand, wearing a cape, and then you're gonna have the nerve to have a canister of mystery liquid in your other hand called spooky juice?
Spooky.
Like, it went...
Yo! It's so many things that could be said that's in that bottle that I won't say on camera.
I wasn't even gonna mention the fact you're a grown-ass man dressed like Harry Potter, because I plan on doing Harry Potter skits. But come on, bro, you did...
To a Mountain Dew bottle.
Like you can easily
label
say,
it spooky.
let me give some of the spooky juice.
Spooky juice.
Adult beverage
Let me quench your
into a
thirst
Mountain
with the
Dew
spooky
bottle
juice.
and label it Spooky Juice. Our buddy Spike had comprehensively won our internal costume contests with his own homemade Proton Pack and Ghostbusters jumpsuit. He'd spent weeks on it, watching little YouTube painting tutorials and binge-watching the movies for minor details. It looked amazing, and he wasn't about to miss out on the opportunity to show the thing off. So off we went, wandering around the neighborhood and eating
Man, y'all look like 3 40-year-old virgins walking down the street like that.
store-bought candy. Since we were way too old to be trick-or-treating, part of the fun of these Halloween walkabouts was seeing the spectacular ways that fellow Halloween enthusiasts had decorated their houses. Over the years, it became something of a competition, and each year the decorations became more and more elaborate. I remember one family had gone as far as digging a small pit in their front lawn. They put some red lights in there, then covered the thing over with wooden boards that were complete with fake zombie fingers reaching up between the slats. It looked amazing, and we found ourselves joining a gaggle of parents and taking selfies with the chillingly original decoration. We saw some pretty impressive stuff that evening, from fake bodies hanging from trees to chained-up dogs that had been dressed up as adorable little hounds. But nothing caught our attention like the house at the end of Bachman Street. So a lot of you have heard of these hell houses that crop up around Halloween every year, the most infamous being these guerrilla operations where people can make a few bucks while indulging in a little of the Halloween spirit. So when you saw the house at the end of Bachman Street with its doors wide open, we figured it was just part of the display. A couple was heading away from the house looking pretty scared, so we asked them.
I just hit myself right in the mouth. On camera! Just smooth act like it didn't happen.
They really went all out this year. One of the pair said.
Ain't shit happened.
So realistic.
Nobody saw that.
We left a few dollars on the table as a thank you. There's no tip jar anywhere, so you guys gotta see it though. On that, we agreed. Something that was actually scary, right here in our own neighborhood, we had to see it.
Damn, her titties fat as shit.
We studied the house intently as we wandered down the street towards it. The facade was barely decorated compared to the others we'd seen. Just a carved pumpkin and a few plastic hanging skeletons.
Why would you go trick-or-treating at that type of house?
I don't know.
Something odd about the way the cars
looks
were
like it's covered in poop and leaves.
Something weirdly chaotic.
Poop.
Anyway, we wander up.
Niggas dressed like Ghostbusters. Really acting like they're really going to exercise a ghost. Grown ass men.
We finna go take down these niggas.
I can't even hate though, cause like I'm gonna be doing the same shit on Halloween. Like I'm a video record it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
jumping out of the bush and scaring kids.
I'm with that. We gonna go bag snatching. You know what I mean? I'm gonna throw fake shit at people. I'm gonna throw fake shit.
Oh God, I got a whole can of Nutella.
Yep.
Right at your windshield.
Yep. And then run for my life because I'm not about that life.
To the front door, peering inside before entering. But again, there doesn't seem to be any extensive decoration on the inside either. That all changes once we enter the kitchen.
What the
dining
fuck?
Chairs was
it was a massacre.
Ropes around the armrests hanging freely as they'd been cut away from someone's arms.
It's a snuff film! They was filming snuff!
Laid on the table nearby were...
You know what a snuff film is?
It was look like they was filming a Jackass video.
Bruh, it really do.
all kinds
Who's coming
of
up with this
utensils,
shit?
Some still clogged with shredded flesh. Flies buzzed around us, landing on the body and various bloodstains around the room. Wow, one of us said softly. You can see where they use corn syrup to make the blood. Houseflies love that stuff.
Nigga, are those fingers?
How did they get that kind of
Oh, they cutting
Those
off
are
fingers!
fingers!
Another asked.
They cutting off fingers.
But we didn't put too much
No!
thought into it. We were so over...
Maybe maybe this house is just a really, really run down, yet safe back alley abortion clinic.
Or they was fingering people. They cut off the fingers to finger them.
That seems counterproductive.
What?
You cut it.
overwhelmed and impressed that we just carried on moving through the house.
Just use a dirty
The
Mountain
living
Dew
room
can,
was
like.
somehow even more disturbing than the kitchen.
Is that a real
Sat
little
on
girl?
a small
Is
dark
it?
wood
What?
coffee
Oh,
table.
there's eyeballs and shit?
She's
Homemade
black.
doll. It was a cluster of roots and twigs, all bound and woven together with reeds and dry grass. The face of the thing was made of clay, a single shiny stone pushed into it, resembling a kind of cyclopean eye.
Like Ganondorf.
Arranged around it in a perfect circle were severed fingers, toes, and plucked out eyes.
Sexy time.
There was also a cluster of dollar
sex by
bills
using
from the
these
couple's
eyeballs.
recent visit.
Yeah.
I took out my wallet, taking out a few old
about
singles
you,
before
girl,
asking around to see if
makes
my buddies had
my
anything
head
to leave as a
I
kind of
wanna
thank you.
swim.
Make my hands
Put
want to
out
twirl.
$14
Nah,
How it go? Oh,
in my
no,
hand
man.
by the time
I'm assuming
I
it's
let it
when
drop
something
onto
like
the
that.
coffee table.
Bruh.
Throwing stripper ones on the
Yeah! Make the cadaver twerk for a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Shake that.
Yeah, shake that. Shake
Must
your
have been about
dead.
$14 in ones.
Shake
and
your
twos in
flaccid,
my hand
lifeless
by the time I let
anus.
it drop onto the coffee table.
Twerk. Twerk. Yeah. Drop it on the
Get
bitches.
out of here. This place is giving me the
You
creeps.
are a dirty dead body,
said.
aren't you?
My buddies wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Nah.
Scared by a family-run hell
What
house.
the
What an
hell?
idiot. But when I saw the kid's bedroom,
That's
scared
whoa.
too.
That's a nigga. I thought that was a
Grown
crackheaded ass
ass man in a pregnancy dress.
girl. Oh God,
inside,
trying to put on
sitting
little
the
boy
carpet,
clothes.
At least he's wearing red Crocs.
stuffed
Man,
with
that
some
little
kids'
boy
toys,
looks so depressed, like
was
he
a
just
man.
got touched.
At
He
first-
looked like he touched that boy the wrong way.
Bruh, the kid looks hella depressed. Like, man, this is what I'm gonna grow up to be.
Like, you making me like this.
Lost the lottery of life.
All we could see was the back of him. He had
Ugh.
long, thin gray hair, and
The back
first
of him.
all we could see was in kids' toys was a man. At first, all we could see was the back of him. He had long, thin gray hair and had somehow fit himself into a little girl's pink, frilly nightgown.
Oh boy.
We all froze in the doorway, staring wide-eyed as the creepy-looking old guy just sat there.
I love it like y'all gonna stand there like you're not supposed to run. I'm not
like you just looking at the kids, probably like, take me with you. You just looking at it?
Hell no, nigga. Ugh.
Playing with the toys, putting on little childish voices as he played at making them talk to one another.
Yep.
It was one of the most disturbing things I'd ever seen in my entire life. Whoever had thought that
kid
character up
looks so
must have had one
terrified. I feel bad. I feel bad for Bill. You know he got touched.
Still as a statue for a moment, sensing our presence behind him. When we turned, we saw his milky white eyes.
He looked like he know what he doing wrong.
Y'all love how they say milky white eyes like he is not built like a meth addict out this bitch.
This man looking like he know what he doing wrong. He know exactly what he doing.
And ran for the door. We weren't exactly terrified, but we were still spooked and laughing nervously to ourselves as we bounded back into the
Nigga said
street
they not
outside.
terrified. You're lying. If I see somebody come in and he over there on his knees looking down on the kid and you looking up like, nah, bro.
Lights began to flash before our eyes. It was the cops, screaming down past us down the street before rushing into the house we'd just left. There was nothing remotely fake about that house. The old man was an escaped psychiatric patient who had lived in the house as a child. The newspapers said he busted out of the institution he was being held in before he walked 30 miles into town back to his childhood home. He must have thought the people living there were intruders. At knife point, he tied them up and tortured them till he finished them. We never found out what happened to the kids inside the house, and quite frankly,
that nigga all the way up. Took his fingers and all of that.
Damn. Probably sold the kids on Craigslist. Used the money to buy toys. Adult toys.
Come tongue down your grandma.
With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. It's your boy Blastphamoushd. Make sure to go check out the homie Craigslist Cheese's channel. The link will be in the description down below. Twizzlers.